Alright, so welcome back everybody. Yeah, we're gonna be continuing the how to make a quest series. If you don't know what this series is, I recommend watching previous video. Yeah, let's keep now. We're at part 2, so we have to actually make the level. So this is gonna be a basic 1 level quest because it's basic. I mean, you can make 5 levels quests, and it's easy like that. And so in the previous video, we designed the starting game. Now, if you're wondering why is there no game chip, then this is part 1 design or chapter 1 design, and then chapter 2 is gonna be the game chips. Chapter 3 is probably gonna be the overall result. So, circuits has, design has 3 parts, circuits has 2 parts, and overall result is 1 part. It's like 3, 2, 1. So, let's design the first level. So, yeah. We should probably let everyone fly and then disable that, but what if you accidentally don't disable that? Well, here's the tip. Just type in roll chip, and then you have to name it to a creator or whatever you want to name it to. Just keep it basic. And I'm about to tell you why. So now you have the creator role. Now you might be getting like the role mapper chip and spawning a button. No, and then delete the button. No, that's not how it works. So you're supposed to go to this room, settings, permissions. And this is why I want you to keep it simple. So if you creative, no, you have to go to miscellaneous or misc. Auto assign the game rules. Now this the roll chips it kind of counts as circuits, but we're using this now to fly out of the box. So now this is why you should keep it basic, because then you have to actually add it into yourself. So creator, and now we have to click add, and now we're done. And now I only have fly now, and it's permanently attached to me until I give myself permission to remove it. So if I could go to game roles, show only my roles, I should permanently have the creator role until I disable it. Which means we can fly now and other people can't. So let's start creating the first level. Now we start the grass. We need the grass. Also, we'll be using campfires to pretend it as fires. So grass, you can find grass by using the grass texture in shapes, materials. Second page, this is the grass texture. And then you need to go find something like very green, like this, sage, or charter use. I don't know. So I'm selecting sage. I mean, you could choose charter use too, but whatever. Okay, so now we need to actually add spawn points. Well, we're adding that later. So now we need a cube. We're gonna spawn in a cube. Like in the last video, cubes are good for floors, okay? Because you can scale them up. Why did I turn on grid? You can scale them up. You can make them bigger. Now this is gonna be where you're walking in. Goblins spawn, and when the last goblin, now we're not gonna add goblins. We're obviously gonna design it first. Now the finishing level is gonna be a sub room, cause I mean, yeah, it has to be a sub room. So we should get prepared by that. So you go to this room, settings, sub rooms, add sub room. Now we're gonna add finish. You can name it anything you want, but soon you have to link this to a door. So keep it simple. Now I'm pretty sure a room door doesn't count as a circuit, but if it does, then it probably doesn't. Circuit is what, makes the game work. We're right now doing the design. So we should probably mess around with the sky a bit. Or the sky is good. No, it's not. It's basically just a luminous field of grass. So you want to make it large. Extra. Okay. Until it covers out the whole thing. Now you could just change the ground floor to a, I don't know, charter use or stage. Yeah, let's see if that works. Wait, that's a circuit. Okay, that's a circuit. Yeah. Circuits are things that edit the game a bit, add a bit spice to it. Alright, now we need to go ahead and add the buildings. Now, we can just take this small design and make it bigger and better. I made it very low detailed because it's literally just a sample. You don't really have to go really close to it or anything. Also, I added these. Yeah, mannequins. I know, pretty weird. So we're gonna add the buildings and import them into this 3D space. So what I used there is bricks. Yep, I used bricks. So I'm just gonna use bricks like I always do. I don't always use bricks, well, you get the idea. So we're gonna just draw out the small layout, and since Rec Room added glass, we can do whatever we want with this. We don't have to use rich button codes, We don't have to get glass early now. We don't have to use rich text. No more. Finally, man, no one's gonna get... So we're gonna create a door. We might be able to animate it, but that's a circuit. That's a circuit. We're just gonna build the detail and then go on to circuiting. So we're gonna do this. Hit clone this. Clone this there and clone this there. Now we need to add glass to these buildings, which you are correct. It's in props. It's in props, decor, and then if you go here to the 7th page, I believe, and it's called glass. Now you can change the color by configuring it, but why can't you just recolor the glass? Well, like that makes sense, right? I should probably make them small because the amount of people living in this apartment, man. You gotta. So we're just gonna add them down and down and down and down and down. And this process could take a while and waste a lot of ink. But we're forced to do this. Alright. Now we got all of this done. Now we can just select all of this. We put it there, and that looks pretty weird, so smack! You could smash this on the building. There you go. Detail a bit, and now I need to clone this over here. There you go. It should automatically be flat if you copied the building exactly here. but I do recommend moving it for the layout and stuff. So yes, here's it. Yeah, that kind of looks like an arrow. So we need to actually add the fire, the campfire. So you don't need a roll. Campfire. Now this campfire looking kind of small, so we're gonna make it look good and big. So just pull the middle handle. Not that much. No. Scale it down a bit, like like this. But then you could scale it down and put it here. There. Now we need to freeze this. Freeze object frozen. Alright, now we can add it to the other building. This building right over here. So we can basically do the same thing with this building too. And the reason I'm using campfires, it's because they're the only way of getting fire in Rec Room. I mean, why else? How else are you gonna get fire in Rec Room? Slice it down, make it perfect, and then freeze it. Alright, as this says, it's 2 buildings on fire. With a fire door, if we could do that. So we're gonna start doing the door. Now we have to make the door shiny, so we could use this. And most doors are pretty much yellow. Or I could use a good door model. So if I could go here in props, dynamic, find a door, or get me here. It won't fire. Alright, let's add a room door. This is not a circuit technically, but if I wired it to a gizmo, it would be a circuit. So, yeah. Just kind of laying it out. Now, there's a sign on the door. Well, we can actually, no. We can hide the sign, but not hide the door. Now it's just a door. Now we can just clone this door to every other one of these. If the sign is still there, that's probably because you're holding out your maker pen. And if you click all gadgets are visible off, then it turns it off. But I recommend keeping it on while you're working on your detail maps. And you need circuits and all that stuff. So all of these have doors. We're gonna make you go into the doors with some sort of fire extinguisher and spray everything. It's gonna be good. So we can create the inside by going here, going under the campfires and building a box. Now we can resize the box to be big and, you know, be in this cave. Now we can copy this 3 times. Yeah. Putting this in the middle in order to rotate it and move it up. In the last episode I did, in the last video, or the previous video, I was doing a lot of middles. So now that we have this, we can just clone this down without any problems. Except if you accidentally click C. Then you go to the middle here. And rotate it and then clone. I would recommend doing the middle instead of drawing it again. And I recommend doing the middle on grid snap because it's better than doing it on normal snapping. Then doing it on snapping off basically. Now surface snapping is just you build something on the surface, but grid actually lets you build on your grid. Wow, who would have guessed? Now we could make it dark in here, but no. So I'm gonna make the model and the gun for the fire extinguisher, and then we'll come back to this when we're done with chapter 1, because you know, gadgets, gizmos, you know, it's a gizmos tab. Clamp is a gizmo. I mean, so we're gonna actually create our own fire extinguisher. I'm not used to creating stuff, so I hope everything goes well. So fire extinguishers usually have a holder and an extinguisher. I mean, whatever you expected. Of course, there has to be an extinguisher. So we can rotate this. I'm really bad at modeling. If you're good at modeling, you can make it better than me. Now let's make a tube. Now I'm gonna in the previous video I showed there's a tip on making tubes on the straight line. Now if you're watching this now and haven't watched that part, then go watch it. It's a good video. Before you watch this one, so we're gonna do it like how VR does it. This is gonna be the trigger. Yes, excuse my detail. I still don't know how to do artwork like this, which is probably gonna affect me in my map making, but I'm making maps fine. So it's gonna actually be a paintball gun inside that actually shoots. It's called clamping. So this is gonna be where, you know, you extinguish. I mean, it's a fire extinguisher. What's the point of a fire extinguisher if you can't extinguish the fire? Ah! Yeah, now we need to actually go get the cylinder. There's no round cylinder, but that doesn't matter. So you need to get a white cylinder and then put red stripes on it. So this, okay, I should have turned uniform shapes off. What am I doing? Yeah, I keep uniform shapes off because what if I want to make something like very intricate or something? I think it's red and white stripes, or white and red. It doesn't matter. As long as it's realistic, I'll accept it. I should save this as an invention. That doesn't count as using inventions, because I'm gonna save it for myself, okay? This kind of looks like an air horn. What the frick is this? And yeah, that's good. Now to get stripes, you don't do tube and you circle around it like tirelessly times. Instead, I'm gonna do something tricks. I'm gonna do some tricks, okay? Building tips and tricks. The trick. So if you put a cylinder around it and scale it down and then put it like this, that counts as a line. You can just make it small. You can make a line just like that. Those are building tricks. This is a building trick that you can use to, well, it's a building trick. You can use it when you're making stuff. So then you can, you know, just put it on each layer. There you go. Now I actually made the dumbest looking fire extinguisher. You can be better than this, man. I just don't do 3D models that much. So yeah, this is it. And there. Now we need to actually spawn in. I'm gonna save this invention, okay? I'm not actually gonna release it, but I'm gonna save it. Extinguisher. 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 Fire take outer. Take outer. I don't know. Fire extinguisher. Fire take outer. It's literally gonna be the worst photo ever made. Yes, you can spin around while holding a camera. How? I don't know. Ah! But we're gonna do that later. Gonna go to props, weapons. Now, since it's a fire extinguisher, we always need a paint thrower. And yes, I have a paint thrower skin on it. Yeah, I need to recolor it red. Recolor, does it work? Alright, just recolor it. No, it doesn't. Great. Let's gonna shoot blue stuff. And we're gonna place it exactly inside this thing. So exactly right inside. I'm gonna save this as an invention. Fire killer. Maybe. I'm gonna call it fire killer. I'm gonna call it fire killer. It doesn't work. Great. Well, we're gonna focus on that. So we have a bunch of fires to take out. So let's get a campfire. Let's get a fire here. And then freeze it. You know, there's a small fire. But it's not small when you have billions of them. Object frozen. Yeah, you only have 3 things to take out. So you take the fire extinguisher or what, a paintball launcher, and you just, yeah, you do this. No, you don't do this. What is this? Fire kill. Let me just call it fire kill. It's not gonna work, is it? Is it? No. We're gonna focus on the second level, so we're gonna grab this clone and put it somewhere under the map. Now you only need to save 2 buildings in here because it's pretty basic. Yeah, there's all of these buildings that you need to go in and save. Now for a profile picture of the game, I'll just put this. Now I called it YT Quest, I don't know, but we can change this later, okay? And okay, whatever. Now when you can save this to RecNet. Now that we save this to RecNet, you can go to this room. Settings. Change cover photo. To this. Select. And it has failed. Everything fails for me. Even saves fail. Alright, there you go. We can add this chip later. Why are you staring at me? Huh? We're gonna add more fire for this. Oh yeah, I forgot. No! Congratulations, I guess I'll have that as a waste of ink space. We're gonna have more fires here. So we're gonna add more, and then should we add it? I mean, you get it, and then you get out with it. No, man, I'm gonna clone this. If you don't know what I'm talking about this fire extinguisher. You can call it a fire extinguisher. I'll call it Walmart fire extinguisher because it's absolutely Walmart. Bro, this looks like a fire extinguisher you could buy at Walmart. Fire extinguisher. There you go, extinguisher. It's not gonna work, is it? It is not. It is. Yes, it is. Fire extinguisher. I will extinguisher fire. I don't know. Small, low ink, low detailed, low detailed. There you go. Low detailed. Is no details. Get local camera forward. Oh, this is CV2. No, I spawned in a circuit. Well, I didn't really use it. Oh, TV camera from Stunt Runner. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people are in the building just watching, just taking out their streamer camera and just, hello. Why is there? Oh, security cameras. Okay. These could be added as security cameras. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We're gonna move this. How low detailed do you want this map to be? Me. Yes. Alright, this is just one camera just looking down at you, staring in your soul. Yeah, that's pretty weird. We got that done. Yeah. Yeah, what is this? What did I just see here? What did I just see here? I'll scale it more. There you go. Whoop-a! There he is. Edit and scale. There you go. Done. Alright. Guess I just clicked done editing without the UI. So we only made the 2 levels. And that is gonna be it. That is gonna be it for today's video. We're gonna do more soon. Or tomorrow if I even have time to. Depends on when I should do it. So yes. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye. See you in the next video.